Peace, family. It's your brother Jay Speaks, and I'm back with another video. Now, today I want to talk about a very controversial topic, which is Kevin Samuels. He passed away a couple of days ago, and people were relishing and happy about his death. People made a lot of statements saying that he contributed nothing to the world, and he was full of hatred. And honestly, I didn't really watch him mainly because I didn't like the way he talked. I didn't like his tone. Now, does that mean the statements and things he said weren't true? No, I just don't get with saying things in a terrible manner towards women or men to get your point across. But do people need that every now and then? Yes, I believe so, because everything isn't cut and dry. Everything isn't nice and sweet, and some people need to get their act together, and the best way to tell them that is in a matter that they can understand. So I spent hours listening to his videos, watching his content, and I can honestly say that this man tried to help everybody that came in contact with him. He wasn't like this just super negative, terrible, disrespected woman and man type of person that everybody, once because people watch his clips and see him say one thing and they, oh, this man is this, he's that, they going off for this man. But when I sat there and I listened, everyone that called in or listened to them, he legitimately tried to help them. He was not, he was negative in the sense of, if they started getting riled up, he started getting riled up. They start talking crazy to him, he start talking crazy. None of his calls, from what I seen, he started with just a whole bunch of, negativity and crazy stuff. So yeah, you got a lot of, especially mainly, this is mainly black women and black women that don't even really love black men. Cause I was commenting on YouTube channels, and these sisters said, "Oh, I don't like black men. Black men they're trash." Sister's name on YouTube was "Non-Black Men Are Kings," and she's speaking on Kevin Samuels. So it's like, if you don't have a love for your own people, why are you commenting on what this brother did? He tried his best, not his best. I don't want to say his best, but he tried to get women to understand or men to understand that the reality of your life is not what you think it is. You sitting up here, oh, I want this type of man, I want this type of woman, but you're not that type of man and that type of woman. You gotta be realistic. He was trying to help people come to grips with reality. And as brutal as he was honest. And you gotta think about it like this. If you're calling into someone and they giving you their opinion, how can you be mad at that? You asked them for help. You asked them for aid. You came to them for guidance. Just because it ain't what you want to hear or how you wanted to hear it does not mean that it's not valid. So I don't understand why we are celebrating this man's death like he hated black women, like he hated black men, like he wanted to destroy the black community. Because that's wasn't what he was about from what I watched. And I watched hours of content. He be asking what are the children gonna do, how they gonna live, how they gonna survive if you and your man or you and your woman struggling through it. You 30, 40 years old claiming that you want this type of lifestyle, this type of man, you're going to be lonely if you don't settle, not even settle. If you don't come to grips with who you are. You want a man making 6, 7 figures, but you're not making those figures. You don't want to be a wife. You don't want to be a husband. This man got on everybody. It just happened that he blew up off speaking about black women, because a lot of black women, we love to watch people talk about us, whether it be Oprah, Maury, Dr. Phil, like all these shows, black women support a lot of the stuff that goes on. So he knew how to attract people. He knew what to say and how to say it and get people riled up and get them in on his show. And that's what he did. But the bottom line is he tried to help everybody that came in that asked him for advice. If you don't like what the man say, okay, but don't sit up here after he died and throw dirt on his name. If you didn't like him when he was alive, that's okay. But to be happy and say that he ain't helped nobody and that he was full of hate, And you ain't even watch his videos, and that's cap. We have a lot of self-destructive tendencies going on in our community, and we all against each other. The black man against the black woman, the black woman against the black man. We gotta start meeting each other where we at. We both need work. And we gotta be able to understand that the only way we gonna get through this is just together. He tried his best to keep the black man with the black woman and let sisters know and brothers that if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, then you need to move around. You spent your 20s and 30s having sex with random people. Now you want to settle down and you want somebody to be okay with that. Some people just want the best from other people, and that's okay. Whatever your preference is, that's your preference. But like I said, I don't agree with everything that he said, but the man was being honest with the people that he tried to help. And I know he did help some people. You can't, it's all about your intent. The man's intent was to help him give advice to people that needed it. He didn't purposely get on here talking about how much he hated and wanted to destroy and do all this negativity that people love to say. And he primarily focused on our sisters. And our sisters got to understand that everything ain't about you. Everything isn't, catered towards you. You got to meet people where they at. If you out here doing everything you want to do, then you got to be able to stand on that and understand that if you made mistakes, had children without being married, did stuff that you should have did, then that's on you. Don't get mad because this man is pointing out your obvious flaws. When you called into his show, you wanted to talk to him. He ain't called you and started cussing at you and talking to you crazy. You called him. You know what this man is about. If you watch his show, you know what he's about. But like I said, family, I need us to have the same energy for white people. People that don't, that really seek to see harm done to the black man and woman in North America. I want the same energy. Because all of this, I'm glad he did. That's what he get. He died from heart disease. He died from this. He over here talking about bro, come on, man. Are you that hurt by what this man said? Like, the brother had cancer at 21 years old. He already felt like he was on borrowed time. So he was making the most of whatever life that he had. And ain't nothing wrong with that, especially when his intent was to help. He didn't get on the internet just clowning everybody. He took data, conversations from men and women, and came to certain conclusions. And there's nothing wrong with that. If the internet is internet. Social media is social media. You get on here, you take it the way you want it. You do whatever you need to do. But if you don't like the way somebody speaks, then don't listen to them. Don't support them. But don't sit up here and mock them in death and mock them when they and on the bad terms, because you could be just like them the next day. You could be dead tomorrow. And all you did was, that God did this. Them people talking about God killed him. Like, really? That's what you think? Like I said, he perpetuated hate and all that type of stuff, I don't believe it. Because he tried to help everybody that he came in contact with. Like I said, I don't know what this man's true agenda. All I know is when I watched his videos, hours of his content, he was respectful in the beginning. He tried to help everyone that he came in contact with, get him advice, help them with whatever situation that they're going through. They didn't like it, that was that. But yeah, we shouldn't be tearing down a black man that was trying to help. If you have your personal gripes, you have your personal gripes. But if a brother died, do not get on the internet bashing him more, because he's already dead. Ain't nothing that can happen. Because at the end of the day, you're only messing yourself up. But thank y'all for listening. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It's your brother Jay Speaks. I'm out.